May 7, 2004. Jesus, my faithful ones have always suffered in the world, in some way or another. If you understand that this is a time of suffering and that your suffering is redemptive in nature, you will not anguish over the fact that you are suffering. Many of my little ones make their suffering far worse than it has to be by bemoaning that they are suffering at all. Do not say to yourself, "It is unfair and unjust that I suffer." Say to yourself always, "I will give my suffering to Jesus for the sake of the work he must do to save others." Say to yourself, "I am sinful in nature, despite my knowledge and belief in God, so any suffering I do is just, because I have sinned." Now little ones, I have forgiven you everything many times over. Many of you have difficulty understanding the depth of my forgiving nature and you confess the same sin, sometimes several times. You are forgiven and I forget your sins, but I ask you to suffer, not because you are sinful creatures. I ask you to suffer because many of the souls you work and live with every day may choose to go to hell if I do not have the suffering with which to obtain the great torrent of grace necessary to convert them. There is little time. Even given the fact that earthly time and heavenly time differ, there is little time. Many of you will see these great changes. Many of you will see a shift in the earth so great that a vast area will be destroyed, never to become inhabitable again. There will be no rescue and rebuilding in this area. The damage will be complete. These souls alone must be assisted, and this is only one of the events that will affect humanity in the days before the great darkness. The earth will be entombed by this great darkness, but there will be survivors and they will then reclaim the earth for God. I must tell you that heaven will be prepared to accept souls in great numbers. All in heaven will be busy, working to welcome the little ones who have suffered in the world. There will be joy, such joy, because it is always far worse to anticipate difficulty than it is to actually experience it. My little ones fear change. I understand. It is for this reason that I send these words. I want my faithful souls to be prepared for great change. If you are following me, your Jesus, then you are ready. Do not hoard earthly things, little ones. This is not the time. All is mine. Be generous with your brothers and sisters who have little. This is my wish for you, and truly, it is for your benefit that I ask you to be giving. You will be so grateful later. Remain united to me and all will be well. End of message.